Good afternoon. I can confirm today that a student from Berendo Middle School walked into the school this morning, and while students were gathered in the gym because of the weather, they gather in the gym to stay out of the cold weather. This individual opened fire on the audience that was in the gym. At this time, we can confirm that 2 students were injured, a boy and a girl, as well as a school staff member. 1 male victim, 12, who is currently in critical condition and is in Lubbock Hospital. 1 female victim who is 13 years of age and is in serious condition. And the staff member received very minor injuries and did not ask for any medical care because he wanted to continue to take care of the children that were in the gym. The shooter was quickly stopped by 1 staff member who walked right up to him and asked him to set down the firearm, which he did. He was also assisted by a state police lieutenant, who was dropping off his own child. The principal of this school was locking the door and saw the lieutenant dropping off his child and quickly went up to him and asked for his assistance, which he did, and went into the gym to assist in securing the individual that was shooting. New Mexico State Police is working very closely with local law enforcement officers and school officials and is leading the investigation. Chief Caceres is here with us today and will provide you with details shortly. With those details that he has, keep in mind this just happened just hours ago. Every resource we have available is going to be made available to the Sheriff's Department, to the Police Department, and to the State Police. This includes all investigative resources throughout the state. Our Public Education Department and the Children, Youth, and Families Department have staff in Roswell and are available for any counseling that any child or parent or teacher may need. They're helping to provide with any kind of counseling at any hour of the day or night. The mayor of Roswell and the superintendent of schools will give more details about that type of assistance that's going to be available. I am asking that all New Mexicans please keep these 2 children in your prayers. We have a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old who were shot while simply sitting in their gym waiting to go to class. And one of them is in surgery. Please don't forget that this community is a strong community. They will pull together. There is no doubt that everyone, even if they weren't in the school, are going to pull together to support those that were, whether they were teachers, students, family members, extended family. And we're not going to give you the names of those children at this time because we have to respect to give the names to that extended family before we give it to the press. And so please keep them in your prayers, and everyone else who observed and witnessed this and was a part of helping make it stop. Let's make sure that we stand by those families and those children. God bless those kids.
Good afternoon. My name is Pete Caceres. I'm the chief of the New Mexico State Police. The State Police is tasked with the lead agency in investigating this incident, along with, we'll be working with the Chaves County Sheriff's Department and the Roswell Police Department, who both responded. When this incident unfolded around 7:30 this morning, the principal, who had come to the front of the school to secure the doors, had noticed, had recognized one of my lieutenants, Lieutenant Gary Smith with the New Mexico State Police. She was able to get his attention, and he entered the school and went towards the gymnasium, where he was told that there was an individual with a weapon. He was firing that weapon. By the time he got there, the weapon, which we believe is a shotgun, was laid on the ground. It's one thing for an armed state police officer to enter a school and do his or her job. It's another thing for a teacher or staff member to intervene in a situation like this. I commend the principal and the people that work at this school for saving many more lives. I can tell you the governor covered quite a few points. I can tell you that all of my investigative resources that we feel we need are here in Roswell. My crime scene team or technicians are working through several scenes. It's our job, obviously, to ensure that we are able to get the best documentation of what happened and information. I know you have a lot of questions. I don't have a lot of answers as of yet. We're probably going to interview, by the time we're done, maybe probably over 100 students and faculty. We have to work through that. So we're going to be here for quite some time. I believe we have the only individual in custody right now that's responsible for this. So I want to make sure the community knows that there's really nobody else out there. I believe at this point in time, although we were looking at social media outlets and the different forms of communication that these kids use to talk to each other. So if there's a lead we need to follow up, we will certainly get to the bottom of it. I believe I've covered all the points I can.
How did the little boy get the gun in the school?
We believe he walked into the gymnasium.
In the bag?
We believe that it was in a bag, but I don't have the exact, or cannot disclose the exact particulars of what that bag looked like. But we believe that it was concealed. It wasn't known until right before he started shooting that the weapon was in there.
Do you have a motive, Chief?
I don't have a motive, no. Right now, I've been told by the sheriff and the police chief that they do a lot of what we call active shooter drills out here. They've been to this school, we've talked to the staff, so luckily that was in play when the situation happened.
Was this a sawed-off shotgun, Chief?
No, I wouldn't categorize it as a sawed-off shotgun.
How would you characterize it?
Was the kid bullied?
I'm sorry,
Was the kid bullied?
I can't understand.
Was he bullied?
I don't know that as of yet. I don't know. I can't speak to that.
He was a student here, correct?
I believe so, yes.
How old is that?
7th grader, 12 years old.
How many shots did he fire?
Don't know right now. Can't say.
Chief, we're getting reports that one of the young people is dead. Can you confirm that?
That's inaccurate from what I understand.
Okay.
Did he have additional ammunition that he brought?
I don't know. We're still working through that again. We're trying to gain access. We're going to gain access to the scene, and once we start processing that, we'll have better information there. I think there's a subsequent press conference after this. We'll probably be prepared to release a little bit more information.
Have you spoken with the boy being in the custody of his parents, and have they given you any indication how he may have gotten that gun?
We're in direct contact with the parents, his parents, and also direct contact with the parents of the two students that were shot. I think it's safe to say that our focus is on one, supporting the community, supporting the school, and ensuring that we as law enforcement have adequate time to process this situation and come up with the best investigation that the state police can, and we'll do that. So for now, I can't say too much towards that. I'll have probably more detail as we work through this first initial phase.
Chief,
So
can you say now whether this young man had an intended victim or was this?
can't say right now, and I think I'm going to cut my part off right here and turn it over to the next speaker. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dale Journey. I'm the mayor of the city of Roswell. And I want to start by saying thank you to the governor, because we are a strong community. Roswell's a great place to call home. It's a great town. And we were saddened this morning when we discovered the shooting of two students here at Brenda Middle School. We're saddened for their injuries, and we're saddened for the hurt that it has brought to the community of Roswell. Collectively, I can assure you that that our thoughts and our prayers are for those two as they go through the recovery process and with their families. That our thoughts and our prayers are with all the students here at Verindo and with their families and with the teachers and with the administration. As we work through this, I want to quickly say that that good things have happened today because of the efforts, the combined efforts of law enforcement, the state police, the Chaves County Sheriff's Department, and the Roswell Police Department all working together to process the scene and to bring to conclusion as soon as possible. So my hat goes off to them. Also want to say that that the city of Roswell is prepared in all ways to assist the Roswell Independent School District and Superintendent Tom Burris in whatever we can do, in any way that we can be of assistance to him. And I would ask that, as the governor mentioned earlier, that across the nation, the people pray for the city of Roswell, and they pray for the victims, and they pray for crimes like this that are occurring far too often in communities across this great nation. So with that, I would ask Superintendent Burris to come forward.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Burris. I'm the superintendent of the school district. We come to school daily thinking that we are going to educate our kids and to leave them, and we never think that things like today will ever happen. And they do. We pray for our kids. We want the staff to be recognized. We've done the active shooter training, and the staff did an awesome job today. I can stand here and tell you, but I tell you in the 10 seconds that transpired from the time of this thing starting until the teacher had control of the weapon, there was no cowardice. It was protection for our kids. Everyone acted and did their duties today at Brindle Middle School. Our hearts go out for our kids who are injured and in the hospital. Our hearts go out to all of those kids who have seen this in their school. And I too want to thank the governor, Secretary Scandera, the police, state police, city. The first call from the governor's office was, what do you need? Do you need money for counselors? What can we do for you? We're going to come. And that meant so much. Today's the day that no superintendent ever wants to go through, but I will tell you this, my friends in Roswell, the support that our kids have in Roswell, the mayor, the governor, you'll find no better anywhere. Thank you very much.
Can you talk about the student's background at all? Do you know much about it?
Quite honestly, I have almost 11,000 students. I don't have the background on these students.
Mr. Burris, can you comment about the AP report earlier today that an official from Roswell called Homeland Security asking for some help because of the city's gang problems in schools? Is that?
It would not have been from my office, nor from any top organizational people in my organization.
Superintendent, Mayor, do you know of any vigils, memorial services, any sort of anything to honor the students who are injured that either school or city sanctioned?
Yes, in fact, there is a prayer vigil that's been established. They will be held at the Roswell Convention Center at 6 o'clock. I believe they'll be there for a couple hours, sponsored by one of the local churches, Church on the Move. And so we appreciate their getting that put together. That is open to the public, yes.
Superintendent, what is what's the security situation here at the school and your reaction that one of your students snuck in a shotgun into one of your schools?
Your reaction is always shock. We do have security at school, our own security force. It's just this couldn't happen. It's unbelievable that it could. I do want to add that I am canceling school for tomorrow. We will have a crisis team here, and if parents want to get a hold of us through my office at central office or through the office here, they may do so. And we will have counselors available. We will bring kids back Thursday, and so we will have a full complement of counseling professionals here to assist those kids as we return to school.
When did you start the active shooter training? You said recently?
It has been last year. We finished it up right before the end of the school year.
What kind of security force is this? Are they armed?
No, sir, they are security force.
At this moment, we'll be taking no further questions. We're planning on having another press. Figure out where it's going to be. You all will be notified. Okay. Thank you.